Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices, and I want to start with the Stoxx50 here simply because we'd expect wave 5 here to make a new high above wave 3 here. Okay, so as you can see, we're still a little way off from that, so we're still looking for a push up here higher for this to complete here, which I mean, it is what it is. And also have a look at the mid-cap, the Germany mid-cap here as well. Once again, to here, we need to see a high above this previous high here. So as you can see, we still have, this is just a 1 hour chart, but you know, we've got the 1 and the 2 and then all of this here is the third wave and a fourth. So we've still got, we've still got further to go here as well. So, when we're looking at some of the other markets that we trade, the CAC and the AEX and so on, they would sort of reflect this in their own little way as well. When we look at the DAX here, I mean, this could be counted slightly differently. We could have the blue wave 4 here as well, but it doesn't really matter. It's the fact that the count is here, and we're calling this in here as a wave 4, be it a green one or blue one. It's not that important at the moment, but still we need to see a high above this area here. So this is a bit of a scrappy wave count here. It's much clearer on the cash market, but the way that I see it, it's still got it should push up and should push up here further to make new highs here. We've had our trade from here to here, and this is sort of corrective moves here, so there's no calls being made here, but we should see it push up. This is kind of even as messy as it is, it's kind of a nice building process here of wave 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and sort of going into the third. So we should see it gathering strength at this point to push up through here on the Friday. It's just that I'm not going to make a call in terms of a trade here because it's not really a setup, but it should push higher, so you can take that on board. And also the AEX as well. It's in a slightly better position here as well, so we can call this wave 1 here, and if you just label this, configure that for wave 2, I think we've got a double 1 sitting, yeah, cool. So 1, 2, 3, copy that, 4, and copy that 4, 5 in here. I'd imagine it's going to be like this in one way or another. Just, where's that 50 here? That should be up there. Let's get these together. So in the little third wave here, we have wave 1 and 2 in here, a little third wave starting, or even 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we could push this up to here. That will give us the third wave of that. Then there'll still be a fourth and a fifth. So that will be the third there. Then there'll be the fourth wave here, and then the fifth wave coming into here. I'll take it to 548 here because wave 5 should be same length as wave 1, roughly, with a pinch of salt, but still working higher, so you can trade long. Yeah, and it's quite nice now here because when we talk about the classic trading levels pattern, and also group 1 here as well. So group 1 would be 1, 2 and 3 here, 5, 4, 3. So getting tested support on that is good. And the classic trading levels pattern here is the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, then an ABC correction, and then up. So that's what we're looking at just in here. So if I can just draw that a bit closer. So we've got the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and then the ABC correction, and then we'll push up from that point. So we should still be moving higher from this point. And the FTSE as well. Let me just get that. The CAC will be much the same as the AEX there, but I just want to do the FTSE. So I can see here on the daily chart we've got a series of ones and twos in here. We can look at the hourly chart in a moment. And then this is obviously the third wave in here. Okay, so I think it still needs a fourth wave here, and we're expecting that from these tops here, these old highs here in one way or another. But I still think this has got higher to go as well here. I don't think it's really worth trading unless you're in there sort of scalping, but because the third wave is done and dusted, you know, and when you look at wave 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here, they're really quite small in that space. So anyway, the upside target here, I would imagine, well, our next number is 650. So our levels are 500, then 8. So the Fibonacci numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. But the halfway mark between 5 and 8 here is the 650. So that's always a bit of a catalyst for a market stalling there. On the hourly chart, we'll just go in and have a look at that because we didn't do that last time. As you know, we've got wave 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, and then the third of the third of the third, that's when she really takes off. So we've got 3, 4, and 5 for the third and the fourth here, and then for the fifth here. Now, this is a little bit scrappy in amongst here, but it's also much clearer on the cash market as well here. So I think we need to look at this as, just copy that. Excuse me. Things working. I think we've got wave 1 and 2 in here somewhere. I think we still need to move higher here. If you want to go long here, then the safe trade would be 75, 50 here, 75, 50. This this move down here currently is in 3 waves. It may end up in 5 waves here because I'm thinking this is an A and a B and a C wave here, and then moving up through this way here. I'll just check on the tick chart here for a second. Well, from the top we can see 5 waves down for 1 and 2, and yeah, I mean it's sitting on 30, which is top of group 1 here. Yeah, look, I wouldn't trade this unless, I mean, I'll put that line in there at the 75.50. It's a long way off here. This could certainly drop down a little bit further here. This is probably 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5 in here. So, yeah, you've got to be careful because we could get from here. I can't draw on this side of the price, but I think that we could move to the 38% mark and move down one more here. So just be very careful about this scenario here. There's not a trade set up to go long here just yet. Support on 40, which is the 38.2% retracement level, the 40% retracement level on 40 there, could be a catalyst for going high, but make sure you got tested support. Make sure you got a little classic trading levels pattern there to work. Otherwise, we just need to chill on this for a moment and wait for a little setup there on the intraday basis. I'm just going to move these because I don't go to the tick chart in here very often. So I was just checking. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it at that. Cheers.